Lewis.
Kieran, my man, how are
How
you?
are you? Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, good mate, good mate. How's your day been?
Yeah, good. Flat out. I played basketball, so I had two basketball games today. So
Oh,
bit
nice.
on the tired end, but I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, nice man. What did the games go like? Did you win or?
I filled in for both. We lost one and then won our last one just then. So,
Oh,
but then
nice.
I was just filling in. So, but it's always good to win anyway.
Yeah, of course it is.
How's your day?
No, yeah, it's been pretty good, pretty good. Nice chilled out day. I'm here in Sydney. It's nice and sunny at the moment. Where are
Oh,
you from?
nice. Melbourne.
Melbourne. Is it still quite rainy down there or?
Yeah, it's cloudy today and it was raining the other day. So it's normal Melbourne antics.
That's it, man. That's it. It's a bit more
Yeah.
glorious the further up you get, eh?
Yeah. Oh, look, we're waiting. We're waiting.
Well, man, I won't hold you for too long because it's late. Don't want to spend up all your evening. But the call's probably going to be like 45 minutes to an hour. So as long as you've got that time, we'll just jump straight into it.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, got heaps of time.
Sweet, man. So how the call kind of normally goes, is I'll just ask you a load of questions. Pretty much what you're doing at the moment, maybe some of the things you've done in the past, and what you're looking to achieve in the future, and whether or not we can actually help you get there. And if I
Okay.
can, I will potentially get you onboarded today. But if this isn't for you, then that's fine. I'm still just going to point you in the right direction anyway.
Beauty. Beauty.
Cool, man. So I guess what really made you want to jump on the call today?
It's probably a generic answer, but I I've sort of been I dabbled a little bit in entrepreneurship pre-COVID, and then obviously COVID happened. I decided to play basketball. Well, take basketball a bit. I guess more of my priority. And then I broke my arm at the start of this year, so I couldn't play
Damn.
this season. Yeah, so but it just sort of got me thinking a little bit of, I guess, my future. And I'm not old, but I'm 25, so I want to just, yeah, just sort of rethink it and shake things up a little bit. So,
Hmm.
yeah, and I think I just saw one of the ads pop up from Marcel,
Yeah.
um, and yeah, no, I chatted to him, and then, yeah.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. When did you see Marcel's content pop up?
Oh, did you say where or when?
Oh, when?
When? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what really like made you look at his content and think, oh, maybe I could do that and lead you to booking a call?
To be honest, it was well, I think I guess the lifestyle that he was showing on his content that I was really drawn to.
Hmm.
Um, and I think probably on top of that, the videos that like saw of him, I thought he was a cool guy. So I said, okay, cool. That would be something, that I'd want to be around or be a part of, sort of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. Nice. Yeah. So you're kind of seeing this and kind of resonating with you and thinking that that's something you could see yourself doing.
Basically, yeah. So I think is Marcel, was he from New Zealand?
No, he's Australian. I don't know if he was born in New Zealand or whatever, but yeah, he's
Oh,
Australian.
true. Yeah. Well, I thought he was from New Zealand, so it's like sort of just someone from back home. I was like, yeah, cool. Like,
Hmm. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not sure if you've seen anyone else on social media, but there's a guy called Tavita and there's also a guy called Nelson. They're from New Zealand.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I see, obviously, once you click on one, you just get targeted with a whole bunch of other ones. So,
Yeah.
I probably did see, but, yeah. And I actually reached out to, I know Marcel was in Dubai or something with a few other guys there, and I reached out to one of the guys there earlier, but the responses were too long and stuff like that. And Marcel was the
Hmm.
first one to be like, boom, 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 let's do it. Yeah, cool. So
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
see. Like who else did you speak to?
Uh, uh, Chief Palmer or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Brian.
Yeah, Bryant Valdez, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
you have been speaking to these guys, just trying to sort of find out what they're doing. You messaged a couple of them, but obviously Marcel's probably been quicker to you, and you've had a genuine conversation with him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Spot
okay.
on.
I mean, what were you guys really sort of going over? What conversation did you have with Marcel?
It was really, it was just sort of generic, and I know he's sort of vetting me to see if I will be a good fit. So, yeah, it's sort of just the questions of what do I do and
Mm,
what I'm interested in what he's doing and what experience do I have, sort of those
mm.
basic.
Yeah, okay. I mean, at the moment, obviously you like to play basketball and whatnot, but what do you do the rest of your time, like for work and everything?
Yeah, so I work, do you mean outside of work and basketball? Like what else or?
Yeah, so what do you do for work?
Ah, I work as an account manager.
Oh, okay. An
Um,
account manager.
yeah, so it's for a compliance company, and yeah, I like the job. I enjoy the job. It's completely autonomous, so just on my ones all the time, and it's good. But um, I think I'm just a bit 25. I can't be so comfortable right now. I gotta shake things
Hmm.
up.
Yeah. I mean, how long have you been there?
Oh, geez, a year coming up.
So not too long, but it's been a little while. I
Yeah, yeah, been a little bit.
mean, what was you doing before that? The same job somewhere else?
No, I was doing sales consultancy um, before that, and I only did that for about 6 months. Um, and then before that, I was just in retail, so management and stuff like that. But yeah,
Hmm. So you seem to have done quite a few different job roles by the sounds of it.
yeah, yeah, and all in that realm of sales as well.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, because see, like obviously sales, you can apply that to learning more sales. What we're teaching.
Yeah,
I mean, how was that for you when you were in sales consultancy?
it was good. It was yeah, I mean it's very similar to retail sales, but it's also different. Um, this sort of when we were selling in sales consultancy, you sort of you're approaching random strangers, so they're
Yeah.
cold in terms of,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a different sort of approach and pitch and whatnot, but it's still person and selling things. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I liked it, but I just decided to change. I'm a bit of a homebody, and I don't like a bit of an introvert, so it takes it out of you, my social battery. So
So you've kind of thought the nature of the role, dealing with lots of people and being cold leads as well, people who maybe aren't interested,
yeah,
wasn't really for you, and you just thought it was time to move on.
yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, I keep saying I'm 25, but I think this is the time where I just need to try things.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
yeah, it wouldn't make sense for me to be in a job for 4, 6 years, and because I'm only just learning that one thing.
mm. I mean, how comes like you did leave that sales consultancy job? I know you said it was the people and being tired, but could you not have progressed and done something else with sales there?
Yeah, no, I definitely could have progressed. Um, I just uh, I didn't like I didn't like what I didn't really like the culture of the business, and
Ah,
I think yeah, long term it just wouldn't be fulfilling. So
hmm,
um, yeah, that's sort of basically why.
hmm. I know on your application at the moment, I have been reading it, and it does say one of the reasons is your unfulfillment. So
Mhm.
is this something that's been like continuously going on whilst you're kind of searching for the right thing?
Yeah, I guess here and there. Like I said, basketball has been my main priority. Um, but yeah, I've just had a few injuries along the way, and um, yeah, just I don't know. I guess one broke my arm. I just had to um, adjust what I'm doing and what my future looks like for me. So um,
Hmm.
that's just sort of why the unfulfillment's coming up a little bit now, just because basketball's fulfilling. Um, but I sort of stopped doing that over this year, so then the unfulfillment's coming back in. But yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I can imagine because um similar to myself, I was injured back along, my foot was crushed, and I've been unable to do anything.
Mm,
And I'm not gonna lie, I've been putting my heart and soul into learning sales and marketing. And it's exactly the same. Like it's just been a bit of a change. Like something happens and it forces you to sort of look elsewhere. So
mm,
I think I can kind of see where you're coming from. Because obviously
yeah.
basketball makes you feel good.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. So for you then, you're going to speak?
No, no, no.
Uh, yeah. So for you, you're just trying to find something that's going to give you that level of fulfillment when moving forward, you're probably going to be doing less basketball.
Yeah. 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 Essentially, yeah. Um, because I have this extra time now and headspace, um, to channel that energy into something else. Um, yeah, I sort of just want to make use of it. Um, wouldn't make sense just to stop my priority, and my effort into basketball and then stop there and not do anything else. So
I mean, how long has this sort of been going on for? Like when did you have your first injury? Just been this year?
nah, and I've had over the last like 6 years, I've probably been injured four of them. Yeah. So I broke my foot a couple times and
Oh,
then broke my arm and just injuries here and there. But yeah.
yeah. So you've kind of been looking for stuff for quite a while then, I assume.
You mean as in a job or you mean?
Yeah, like to give you this sense of fulfillment, and you said you're on a bit of an entrepreneurial journey, trying to find out something that works for you. Have you been like trying to find anything for the time you've been injured?
Yeah, well this year, yeah. That's sort
Hmm.
of um well, why I guess I reached out to Marcel and some of the other boys. Um but before that it wasn't really in my mind because I was so focused on basketball, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. And so in the last couple of weeks, things have just kind of changed for you. Something's clicked and you started to realize that this could be a potential opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Essentially, yeah. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
always on the hunt, I have aspirations and um things that I see in my future. It's more I know that's going to happen. It's just in between I can't be delusional, so I have to make um
Hmm.
like the plan of how to get there. And if basketball's not going to be it, the end goal's still there. So
Yeah. What level of basketball are you playing? Like
uh,
paid?
semi semi professional, yeah. So
Oh wow.
I get paid, but it's like 50, $100 a game, not much. So
Still, it's kind of worth it. It's better than just doing it for as a hobby.
yeah, yeah, you're right, but it's just a lot of my hours go into basketball, and I'm only getting paid that. It's like I said, I'm at that age where I know that if I leverage that time better, I can definitely be making a lot more.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I guess what makes you really think that this sales and marketing and what Marcel's doing as well, why do you think this is something that's going to be good for you?
Um, I think the attraction is probably it's in the online space, which is something that um well it's just I guess it's the world at the moment, is all
Hmm.
online. So it just makes sense for that. And I guess my aspirations is to have that time freedom, location, um, independency and stuff like that. So I think, when you work in an online space, it allows that. It allows for that.
Yeah, for sure. And these jobs online do exactly give you that. They give you the location freedom, the time freedom. It's great. But Why this instead of something like drop shipping or like Amazon FBA? Like, why high ticket sales?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. I think I just I don't know enough. I think that this high ticket sales is a new concept to me. Um, so yeah, I think that just intrigued me to be like, yeah, what's this? Compared to because I did drop shipping a while back, um, and stuff like that. But this one is I just haven't heard of it. And two, yeah, and I guess the conversation me and Marcel had as well, there was sort of didn't really explain in depth of what he was doing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll break that down for you later on in the call, but just for now, like obviously you've been speaking with him and trying to make these moves. I mean,
Mhm.
why have you decided that now's a good time to make those moves?
Shit, man, you're making me think. Uh, I think it's probably because off season for basketball has started now. So now I have to make a decision on what I need, whether I'm going to do this basketball thing or I'm not going to do this basketball thing. But I can't be half and half out. So,
Hmm.
trainings and off season things are happening within starting in a couple of weeks and go from there. So that's probably why the time. Yeah.
If you were to see this content and hear of this before that time, like maybe, I don't know, at the start of this year, would you have leapt at the opportunity then, or would it still be basketball in a way?
Yeah, really, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how to answer that question. At the start of the year, I broke my arm and I went to hospital. So I cracked my head as well.
Well, shit.
So yeah, so at the start of the year, I don't think my mindset was just, my
Hmm.
health and get better. And I actually went back to New Zealand for a little bit just to be with my parents um, and rehab and recover. So
So it's just like everything seems to be falling in place now, seems like a good time. But if
yeah,
this was to work for you, and at some point you want to get this location, time, financial freedom, are
yeah,
they just things that you cannot get in your current job?
no, yeah, no, and no to the location freedom because I have to be here. It is autonomous, but
Mm,
I have to be here in the state of Victoria. And then money wise, it's I'm on salary, so and I'm
mm.
still trading my time for money.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So I think Marcel said to me, "What's like what you just said? What's stopping me from being in this job for the next 5 years and having the outcome? Like I could if I stuck it out for 5 years,
Mm,
but I just believe that I can fast track that, and I don't think I have to wait 5 years for it. Might as well just do it now and do something else."
mm. Yeah, I agree. Why not now? Like, there's no better time than now to do something because tomorrow never
Mm.
comes.
Yeah.
But what does it really look like for you though if you have to carry on doing what you're doing for another couple of years?
Shit, I'd probably just be unfulfilled. Like I said, I like my job, but it doesn't get me up in the morning being like, shit, let's do it. It's yeah.
Mm, mm. Well, how much longer realistically can you stay in that job though? If it's not fulfilling you, like I guess you can't just kind of live your life waking up for something you're not going to be fulfilled by.
Wait, so what was the question?
Like, how long can you like carry on staying in that job for?
Uh, Probably not too long. I mean, that's sort of why I decided to make these moves in terms of calls and stuff. I mean, I could stick it out, that's fine. But
Hmm.
like we were just saying, I think now is better time as any.
Yeah. But yeah, like just for argument's sake, is that something that you would be happy with if you had to stay there for another few years?
No, I wouldn't be.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess for you then, if you don't want that to happen, what do you think needs to change?
I think I need to leverage my time better and learn skill,
Hmm.
a high income skill.
Hmm. Okay, well, let's say you were given access to like a network of people like Marcel, like myself, and loads of other like-minded people,
Yeah.
access to mentors so they can help you out, and training to make you learn those skills. Where would you want to see yourself like 3 to 6 months from now?
Yeah. I think 3 to 6 months, I think I could be and this is just judging off the results and testimonials of others like you were saying at the start, if they can do it, I can do it. So I think in 3 to 6 months, I would be in a financially, you know, free space. I know it's early, but who knows? And I think I'd have that location freedom. And I also think I'll be fulfilled. Um, and yeah.
Mhm. Sounds good. So, would you want to be out of your job in 3 to 6 months' time if you could?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if the yeah, yeah, in short, yeah, if this is working out and I'm earning more and um, then yeah, for sure.
Mm. Well, if it was earning the same amount as your job, how much would that be?
So I earn 4 to 5K a month now.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it would have to be that
Yeah.
essentially.
Fi- 5K per month, that's certainly achievable within that time frame for sure. But what would you like to do with like your time? Because obviously you're not going to be at work. What's life really going to be like for you?
Yeah, I mean, a few things. Uh, I love food and I love cooking, and I was a chef for a little bit, so that's definitely something I want to pursue. Um, you know, in that, and there's I have family to visit. I never really visit family a lot, so that'll open it up a bit more time, and go back home. I have my mom and family members who need help as well financially, so that would help. Heaps of things. Just get up and just go on adventures,
Hmm.
travel around. That's it. That to me sounds like a life that I would want to live.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a very attractive, like appealing lifestyle for sure. I mean,
Mm,
you do have to put the work in to get there, but anyone's capable of living that kind of life.
for sure.
So for you, it would really be like, allowing you to spend more time with your family as you do more of the things that you don't get to do at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah.
Mm. And like, if you got to that point where you were like replacing your income with 5K per month and living that life, what would you do there? Would you just kind of put your feet up and chill out and stay there?
Oh, I mean, I think it's the same question as the theoretical question as well that I do at the start of the year. I mean, I'm not sure, and I know that everyone grows over time. I'm sure what I think about today won't be the same thing in a year. So, but I, I'm really ambitious about traveling. So I just want to travel a lot, and I also want to build something as well on the side. Well, not on the side, but like I said, a food truck is something that I'd like to do. Um, so all of that,
Yeah, nice, man. Get some cooking in there, get your food truck on the go. Have like a nice Instagram
yeah,
page or something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. So, do you really think though, if you wanted to live a traveling lifestyle, that 5K a month would be enough?
I think it depends where you go.
Where would you want to go?
Yeah, I want to go everywhere, every single place that I can
Hmm.
go to. I want to go to. Yeah, I'm really, I have that itch. I've only traveled a little bit, but yeah, I just want to travel a lot, experience things, culture.
Yeah,
Um,
shit.
yeah.
And how lucky to be able to actually have a laptop which you can work from and work anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
mind blowing. Like just having access to
It-
the internet to work. You can go
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, like I said, it sounds like something I'd like to do.
Mm.
You know,
But,
I don't think this trading time for money is it's not life. I don't know. It's not life.
mm,
I'm too young to be thinking like that, you know.
yeah. But with 5K, like I say, if you want to do traveling and whatnot, it really does depend on where you want to go. But if you wanted to go somewhere like quite expensive, I don't know, even like Europe, would that be enough to like sustain that lifestyle if you was like hopping around or
I feel like saying yeah because I'm not that what do you call it? I'm quite minimal in
hmm,
terms of things, you know. I don't really need a lot, but yeah, I think it just depends where you go.
yeah. Does
But there
does
are,
that hey?
no, no, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, does like 5K for you, is that like comfortably living or is that like you looking for more?
Oh, it's definitely a comfortable living. Sure, it's expensive, but I live by myself right now, and you know, half my paycheck goes to rent. You know, half, you know, to bills and stuff like that. So
Wow.
it's like, um, yeah,
No,
um,
yeah, it's a lot. I know in Sydney for myself it's like $500 a week for rent.
yeah. Well, yeah, basically half of my month's paycheck goes into rent. Yeah.
Hmm. So I mean, it would really like make a difference to your life. Like you're not really interested in making shitloads of money. You're just looking for the lifestyle that you can live.
Oh no, 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 yeah, no, definitely. I want to make shitloads of money.
Yeah. Because
Shitloads of money. You
obviously,
know.
once you
Mhm.
start and you learn and you like 3 to 6 months, you are landing a role. It's like, well, where do you go from there? Do you want to like continue to do this and scale up and start hitting like 10K, 20K, 50K a month? Like you said, you wanted your own you to build your own thing. I assume like a business or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So
Um,
are they like all goals of yours that you like thought about already, or
yeah, no, definitely for sure. You know, it's yeah. I mean, I want to earn shitloads of money. Um, you know, so
Hmm.
but yeah, I definitely want to build something. You know,
Hmm.
and that's probably just more for my future, and people who come after me, sort of thing. You know, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
and I can't do that with the salary.
yeah, there's a cap to it, and the effort that you put in for things like what we're discussing is going to determine the output.
Yeah,
No cap to it. I
yeah,
mean, let's say in 12 months' time, like you said, you wanted to scale, you want to earn shitloads of money. Like, where would you want to see yourself in 12 months' time?
either just continuously scaling, you know, what I'm doing in terms of this business model, or um, I'm doing that and doing the food truck as well. But it'll definitely be doing, you know, the food truck is probably my biggest goal, and um, yeah,
Hmm. Like, how much is it going to cost to set up a food truck and run that for a month?
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to buy a food truck. It's at least 20K to get a decent food truck. And then, you know, there's permits and stuff outside of that, that, you know, monthly or whatever. So I think to start it, I would say you need 20 to 30K, which I don't have. And um, yeah,
Hmm. So that end goal, then I guess where you would want to be in 12 months is not too far away, but it's not where you are at the moment, I guess.
yeah, yeah. No,
Hmm.
it's also not an end goal as well. It's just it's a step on the way.
Hmm, okay. What is the end goal?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I know a lot of people ask that and they really have solid answers of what it is, but I couldn't. I couldn't tell you. Like I said, from my experience, I I thought I would have been playing full professional basketball at my age now. You know, if you asked me when I was 18, that would have been, yeah, I'm doing that. And life doesn't turn out that way. So all I know is I'll be working working to build something and things, and I'll have people around me that are strong, love and care, and was making a shit ton of money. Just living life. That's all I can say. I'm not too sure.
No, it's hard to say what the end goal actually is, but as long as we know roughly what we're working towards, obviously like happiness, family, time, all of these very valuable things that don't have a price on them, they're priceless.
Mhm.
So it's
Definitely.
hard to say. But how's life going to feel like for you if none of that ever pans out?
It would still, well, then I guess I just have myself to blame, really. You know, I just have to look inward and see why that it would have to be a choice for me not to for that not to happen. You know, I don't think there's no excuse for me not to have that. So, but who knows? Life happens, things happen.
Hmm.
But in terms of being happy and stuff like that, I'm already, I'm so happy as a person in my situation now.
Hmm.
So it's not like I'm searching for happiness, it's just searching for experience
Hmm. Would you say at the moment you're comfortable?
for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
comfortable, you
And
know.
have you heard of the saying, comfort is where growth dies?
Yes.
Hmm. Because those years, they just fly by. When we're in a
Mhm.
state of comfort, it just everything flies by too quickly. And we're
Mhm.
not really working towards our own goal because we're not outside of our comfort zone.
Mhm.
So for you, like the thing that you need to sort of change and start working towards is stepping out of that comfort zone so you can start working towards that life.
Yeah,
And given like the
definitely.
right people and the right training and everything, I'm sure you would get there.
Yeah,
But it's just taking that step outside of the comfort zone and just going for it and showing up and
yeah.
being consistent.
Mhm.
No,
Definitely.
I think what we are able to do, obviously we can provide training and stuff, and I do think it would be a good fit for you. And more
Mhm.
importantly, you'd be a good fit for us. So if you want, I can give you like a rundown as to how we'd be able to provide you with everything so you can start working towards leaving your job, earning 5K a
Mhm.
month, and starting to live a more relaxed, like laptop lifestyle so you can travel around and whatnot.
Mhm.
So this plan, and it's like the same as Marcel's done. It's the same as myself. Anyone can follow this. You can walk in as a complete beginner, follow the plan, and start learning the skills. It's going to pretty much involve like three main things, and that is knowledge, training that knowledge, and going and landing a role. So obviously, at the moment, from the workshop video, did you know anything about high ticket sales before?
I did sort of just your basic. I know it's commission based. Well, not sure if it's all commission based, but from what I know, it is commission based. And obviously, the higher the ticket, the bigger the commission.
Hmm. So I guess you kind of understand like the raw concept of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for you, man, like walking in as a complete beginner who does just understand the concept of it, first thing would be obviously going through and obtaining knowledge. Now, the way we teach this is, like I said, so you can go through as a complete beginner and go through structured training to get more advanced and then build up your experience. Now, the way you're going to be obtaining the knowledge is through a load of training videos. So they're all like 3 to 20 minutes long at most, very easy to digest, and it's basically like a Netflix series. It's got different seasons for different things like closing, appointment setting, and you can just basically go through one at a time. Now,
Mhm.
the first thing when we're doing this knowledge is just laying that foundation of the basic stuff. And that is building confidence, setting ego aside, setting goals, showing up every day, getting these very basic things down under control.
Hmm.
Now, you play basketball, right?
Yep.
So you know exactly what it's like to be a professional basketball player.
Hmm.
And what do you have to do?
I think, like you said, I think the main thing is just show up.
Mm. And
Mm.
consistently train, improve, and get better.
Yeah.
So it would be okay if I just gave you a load of videos, or if you gave me a load of videos to just watch about basketball. But does that mean I'm actually going to be good at basketball?
Of course not.
No, exactly. So for you, you need to go and train. You need to go and exercise what you've been practicing. Same applies to this. You're going to go through the knowledge side of things. You're going to watch the videos, but you also need somewhere to train that.
Sure.
Now, just for you going through training videos, do you think that would be something you would benefit from?
Sure.
Hmm. And what makes you think
Oh,
that?
sorry, you mean just going through training videos alone? Isn't that was the only thing you did?
Yeah, no, no, just seeing if you would actually benefit from the training videos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. You definitely have that benefit.
Hmm. And what makes you say you would benefit? Like, how do you think you'd use them?
Well, you mean isn't well, like you said, just you apply it. There's theory and then there's practical, you know. It's like
Hmm.
it's the same. Yeah, does am I answering your question?
Yeah, kind of. I'm just trying to get at, maybe I'm not really asking it clear enough, but basically, how would you use a load of videos if you had access to them? Would you just sit back and watch them, take notes, or
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, definitely take notes. Just revise it. Obviously, if I had calls with someone I could bounce off, ask questions. Um, you know, apply. Um, what else? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the best
Hmm.
way I know how to study. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, yeah, like we were saying, there's no point just going through the training and watching it. You need to apply it. Now, the way you're going to be applying this and training all of that knowledge is through attending coaching calls with access to mentors and a load of other people too. So they're group calls. Now, you've got the mentor there. He's called Gabe, and there's also another mentor, Natalie. And these guys are going to be teaching you sales and marketing. Everything you go through in the training, they're going to be covering 15 times a week, these calls are. So Tuesday through to
you said
Saturday.
said 15.
Yeah, 15. Three
Mhm.
times a day, 5 days a week, run every week.
Mhm.
So the times for those are 10 a.m. in the morning for sales, because you're Sydney, Melbourne time, right?
Yeah.
So 10 a.m. followed by 11 a.m., which is marketing. And then there's another session in the afternoon where they're covering the same stuff as before, but they're
Mhm.
just role playing it out.
Yeah.
Now, for sales, I mean, what specifically were you more interested in after watching the workshop video?
Oh, within the different, isn't like the different routes that you could take.
Yeah.
It was probably the appointment sitting one, and the reason is, building a profile. And I know it said you didn't have you could be anonymous, um, but like I said, I'm a bit of an introvert, so I don't like to. I'm camera shy, and I don't want to be in front of the thing, sort of thing.
Mm,
That would be the. But if I had to do it and I had to break out of it, and there's skills, of course.
mm. I mean, this is where like the building confidence thing comes in as well. If you are
Mm,
camera shy, then it's great for building that confidence and just throwing yourself in the deep end and
for
actually
sure.
learning how to communicate with others. So they kind of, I guess, understand you, you understand them. Very basic stuff. What sales and marketing really is. It's just human psychology.
Yeah.
But for you, appointment setting kind of stood out as a first means.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because I know a little bit about it. I worked, no, I wouldn't even claim that. I did sort of like a trial appointment sitting role for about a day. And then, um, to be honest with you, they didn't actually like me. They, 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 did- they, yeah, no, I just needed more training in that because it's a completely different thing um than face to face talking and stuff. I know it's over the phone, but I know there's different cues and training and stuff. So I didn't do too
Mm.
well. So after that day, that's nah.
Mm. So I guess for there then, like obviously you've tried to actually go and reach out for a role with this before, but
Mm.
would you say the thing that was lacking was the training?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I would say. I mean, that's the feedback I got from the guy.
yeah. Was this just like a no experience needed role?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Essentially, it wasn't
Mm.
an experience needed, but just because I had sales background, I thought it would transfer over, and in ways it did, but it was different.
Mm. Mm. I mean, I remember just a moment ago you did mention drop shipping. Like I forgot to ask, what really didn't work about that? Like why are you not doing that now?
I didn't get the training, and I didn't seek enough education around it. I just jumped in the deep end, started spending a whole bunch of money. Um, it didn't work. COVID hit. I was also doing NBA, yeah, Airbnb. I was sort of arbitrage, so I was doing that as well. And um, yeah, I just think during COVID, it really just stopped. I think I got in a relationship as well. That takes up your
Mm.
time. So um, yeah.
Mm. So again, like the lack of training. So
Mm.
even with drop shipping and appointment setting, I guess you kind of understood that you do need to go through some kind of training so you understand what it
Sure.
is. And did you actually like set up a store and was making money? Or
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't say I was making money, but I set up, multiple stores. Jeez, I can't remember how many I did, but so many, and did the whole coding and had to make ads and everything around it. But yeah, I was learning the long way, And I know if I
Mm.
had training and had someone in my pocket that was like, "No, don't do this," it would have cut off a lot of unnecessary, things.
Yeah. I mean, how are you learning all of this? Was it just like by yourself on YouTube or?
Yeah, just YouTube. Learn how to YouTube.
Hmm.
I had, yeah, no, just YouTube.
Hmm. What did you kind of find that wasn't so like great about YouTube if you weren't able to get that training?
There's so many different point of views on what to do, so you really just had to choose one. Um, and then I still think the YouTube videos in some way are still quite basic, as in, they only give you the basic outline of what you should do.
Hmm.
Um, you know, so
Hmm. Kind of like
yeah,
surface level information.
surface
Hmm.
level information, and it's more, I guess, the feedback wasn't there as well. So I'd make a store, and to me, I'm like, oh, this is it, this is the one, but obviously it isn't. And looking back now from just, I don't know, a bit more experience and stuff, they were never the one. But if you had obviously someone in your corner that was saying, "Oh, you need to change this," it would have made a lot more sense.
So if you had like the YouTube videos there, but you're kind of finding that they're different point of views and whatever, was you kind of left
Mm.
confused?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. A little
Hmm.
bit. It's not that specific, and usually it would say, uh, but I can teach you more if you sign up to this, I can teach you more if you jump on this coaching call. That was everyone doing that.
Yeah.
So, and in my head, I was, I guess, more in the forethought of, oh, there's so many YouTube videos. It wouldn't make sense for me to get extra help from, I see it here. So, but now
Hmm.
obviously my perspective has changed. So, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like obviously not having anyone there to sort of tell you what to do or be able to ask questions kind of like really held you back.
I would say so. Yeah. Because I was spending a lot of money and a lot of time on unnecessary. unnecessary things. Um, but then again, I don't know. I haven't spoke to someone who, on a personal level that was really killed that business model. So this is just off my experience. So
Yeah.
and
And it's actually hard to find people or friends that are actually successful or know what they are doing in those spaces.
mm,
I think it's mainly because people just like yourself try and learn on their own.
yeah.
But I think like coming from where I'm speaking about like having the mentorship and access to training and everything, like do you see how instead of going on YouTube, having some structured training would be a lot better?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I
Mm.
mean, the best analogy for it is, we was talking about basketball, and if I could go to the gym every day by myself, and I would get better. If you're putting in work, you have to get better. But at the rate, but if I went and it was structured, I had team training, then I had one-on-one coaching, then I had group training, then the rate of how quickly I'd progress would be a lot faster than just me going to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Mm. So it's the same thing as, the YouTube videos. I would get better, but I'm also just sort of, you know, shooting at anything that moves.
Yeah. Mm. And I guess as well, like having people there to help you said like it would speed up the process. So I guess by not having the help, it really is only costing you time. And you said you're 25 now, which still young. I'm 22, but time's ticking. Hello, hello. Your network, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's really, there we go. Yeah, it's still pretty bad.
Oh, jeez. I can see you.
I can hear you, but it's really, really, really slow and there's so much lag. Is there any like chance, are you like connected to a hotspot or something?
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I connect to my hotspot?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay.
And we are back.
All good?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Easy, easy. What happened? I don't know if it was my Wi-Fi or what.
No, it happened to me a couple. I think it's mine. It happened to me a couple days ago as well.
I think it's just Australia.
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
Yeah. So where were we? Like, I was obviously describing this like training that we are able to provide, like coaching calls and a training portal for access to videos and whatnot, and
Yeah.
and just sort of making you sort of see how that may be a lot better than just going through YouTube and obviously having people there to ask for help and reach out for questions and whatnot. So for the plan that we kind of do, the same one that Marcel followed, the same one I followed, and almost just over 500 other people as well.
Mhm.
What that entails is obviously laying that foundation of knowledge, like I said, and then training it. But there's no point just training for nothing. It's like you need to go and train basketball so you can play matches on the weekend.
Mhm.
So the way we're just like training you up is by doing role plays. If you're doing an appointment setting, you'll be sending each other messages just as like a practice. You take screenshots of that, upload it into our education platform, and then you get feedback. So people will comment on it and tell you where you're going wrong, where you can improve. And
Mhm.
also with the closing side of things as well, you just jump on a Zoom call like you're doing right now
Mhm.
and record it, upload it onto school, it's called, and then the same again, get feedback. This is really how you're going to actually like get better at this because you keep doing it over and over again. It's like going to basketball again. This week you're going to be learning this skill. Next week we're going to be upgrading it to that, building upon it, getting 1% better every day.
Yeah.
So that leads up until the point where you do want to go and land yourself a role so you can start earning 5,000 per month. Now, we
Yeah.
teach you the skills you need so you can reach out to businesses and influencers and actually land yourself the role instead of just sort of not sticking out and the other guy getting it.
Yeah.
Because you can also say that you're being trained in ABC or you have been, you can get a certificate at the end of the training and they'll see that and they'll notice, oh, it says ABC, he's been through training and they'll accept you.
Uh, yeah.
So we're able to do that. And again, you said that you wanted to try and earn shitloads of money. So we'll also be there to help you make tweaks so you can start earning more commissions.
Mhm.
So that could be teaching you how to go and get a better deal. So your appointment setting for something else. It could be a load of different things. But we're just showing you how to go out there. You can also, there's opportunities within ABC itself. So if you wanted, if you were putting in the work and showing up, being consistent, there's opportunities for closing roles and also setting roles. And also you can be an affiliate for ABC as well, if you're interested in the content side of things. We don't force you to do this, we don't urge you to do this, but the opportunity to work with us is there. And we're not only a sales academy, we're also a sales agency. So we work with businesses who also want the same people. Hello.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that did.
Okay, you're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How much of that did you get?
No, it cut out for about a good 10 seconds, I'll be honest.
That's all right, no worries. So are you connected to the same connection you were a minute ago, or a different one?
It reconnected. So it reconnected to my Wi-Fi. I was hotspotting it, but I don't, to be honest with you, I'm not that tech savvy. So I think, I don't know how to change the settings to keep it on one. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
No
I
fear.
apologize.
No, that's all good. Happens to me. Um, yeah. So obviously showing you holding your hand, so you can start making tweaks, earning more money, and also yeah, just like scaling. So one day you do decide that you want to start up your business, and then you can apply this training and get the help and support for that. So it's not just learning how to be an appointment setter, learning how to be a closer, learning how to be an affiliate. They're very transferable skills that you can use later on in business. I don't know, 5 years down the line. So very valuable skills. Like I said, it's just human interaction. That's the bones of it, really. And we're just teaching you specifically those roles.
Yeah.
But I mean, kind of takes around up to like 4 months, maybe more. Really depends on
Mhm.
like the level of your commitment. So for you, how much do you think you'd be able to like put in per day to learn this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's the the thing with, basketball being taken away from, my life. It opens up a lot more time. So, yeah, no, definitely. And I'm also work autonomously, so schedule wise, it actually works well. You're mentioning the 3 calls a day, so could definitely fit them in.
Good. That's good. And like how many days, sorry, hours per day? Exactly, like three, four, five?
Yeah, I mean, even more if I had to. It just depends on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, at minimum 3, 4.
Hmm. Awesome. Well, if you do put that time in, you definitely will see results in potentially less than 4 months. So this is just literally just a guide. There's no strict plan like you have to do it by this week, you have to do it by that week. Because initially, we just want you to get comfortable and do it at your own leisure so you're not bombarded with information.
Yeah.
But from what I have laid out, do you see that being a means where you can actually learn these skills and apply yourself in the real world so you can leave your job?
Sure.
Mm. And do you see any of this like not really working for you?
No, I mean, it depends if it, falls outside of my moral
Mm.
compass, then yeah. But no, in short, no.
Mm.
That's the only reason why I'd leave something if it was didn't feel right.
Yeah, that's usually a good indicator of whether you're doing something that's meant to be.
Yeah.
But
Uh, but time-wise, I have that. That's fine.
mm,
Work ethic, I mean, that's not a question. So yeah.
mm. Yeah, because this at the end of the day is a blueprint for success to earn some pretty decent money. And again, there's
Mhm.
no reason you can't if people like Marcel can.
For sure.
It's just down to following that plan, following the blueprint, and showing up.
Yeah.
But you're a basketball player, man, so you know how to do that.
hmm Yeah.
Well, I guess your morals, you just said, if it fell out of line with your morals, what would you sort of mean by that?
It would be, you know, uh, disrespect, disrespectful in any way or sense. Um, I just want to feel a part of something um, that's genuine, and around people who are genuine as well. Um,
Hmm.
that would be falling outside of my moral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the people that are in ABC, like I don't like to call them members or like it's just not just a community. Like
Mhm.
we do meetups. I'm not sure if you've seen like Marcel was in Dubai and
Yeah.
travels around Australia, met up with people in Miami. There's Liv and Natalie. They moved in together, they live together. So
Yeah.
it's like a very, very tight community. And the whole idea is that we don't accept anyone that would sort of ruin that vibe.
Yeah.
So we've got to make sure that it's like the right person for everyone else.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
given that, do you feel like that would be something that you could settle in with and like be comfortable around other people?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, if it's genuine and um, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. And also, what I'd urge is find yourself like an accountability partner, someone to buddy up with. There's people just like yourself, just starting out. There's people that have been doing it for a month, 2 months, all sorts of varying abilities. So find other people and network with them.
Mhm.
It's much easier if you do that with people because you're just going to struggle if you do it on your own.
For sure.
But I guess we kind of covered everything there. Like that's what we are able to provide. I mean, it really just depends if it's something that you want and something that you need.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my only question is just surrounding you know, the skin in the game. Um, that's my only question surrounding it. On a basic level, it's the training and all those things. For anything, that's what you need to do to be good or excel. Um, and I know enough about the business model, but I also, that's the same thing as when you actually do the thing, then you get more experience and they'll give me a better idea. Um, so I also understand that. But yeah, my only question would just be around the startup for it.
Yeah. Well, I can get into that in a moment. And if you want to get onboarded today and there was like nothing holding you back, we could do that. The onboarding process takes like 10, 15 minutes. I'll introduce you to the community and show you how to go through the training portal and everything. But to get access to all of that, it is just an investment in yourself of 6,000 US dollars.
6,000.
Which is about 9,000 Australian.
Yeah. Yeah. See, in that I can't do that. And I guess is there a payment option where you can split it?
So I guess for just put the price aside for a moment, like I don't even think about the number of it. More so just think about like the skills and the training and it really being something that is going to work for you. Like, do you think it is going to be that? Hello?
I-
It may be better if we just turn like the
Are you there?
cameras off. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
So
bro.
no, it's all
Damn.
good.
Okay.
So I'll turn mine off as well. So I'm talking to myself. So I guess for you, man, everything that I've laid out and you seeing yourself following it, I mean, is it really something you want to do though?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it can, yeah, in short, yeah. I mean, like I said about my future aspirations and stuff, it makes sense. It just makes sense.
Hmm. So obviously, it's just like something you do want to do, and it kind of makes sense to you, and it feels like the right time. I mean, what if you don't take action? Like, what if you don't do this?
Well, I'm not sure. I wouldn't know. I'd find, I would, it would only, I guess I would find something else.
Hmm. But would you try and do that on your own, or would you look for like training or guidance elsewhere?
No, I wouldn't do it on my own. I've done that too many times now. I have to invest in something.
Yeah. No, I get that, man. I'm similar myself, tried all sorts of shit, but figured out I needed
Yeah,
help.
for sure.
So I guess then this is something that you do want to do. You don't really see much of it going wrong, unless it's just morally wrong. But I mean, just with regards to the investment, I mean, is it something you have access to, the 9,000?
No. So I have
Hmm.
about, I would say 1,500, maybe not even that, like 1,000 to 1,500 to invest in something as initial. But if there was a plan where I could do something, then obviously I'll just pay it off every couple of weeks or whatever. But right now, in my hand, that's all I have. And I don't have any other resources to be like, can I borrow this and borrow that?
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So just from what you kind of said there, you would say that the only thing holding you back from actually learning the skills is just having access to the full amount.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's more a question for you, really,
Hmm.
you know? Um,
So if you
yeah,
had
I mean,
access to that money, would it be something you would do?
for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And sure,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you say you have 1,500 at the moment that you have put aside to invest.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Hmm. Or thereabouts. I mean, how long did that take you to save up just out of interest?
Oh, a month?
A month. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, a month. That's pretty good. So I can let me work something out for you a minute. We, we
Yep.
we are able to obviously split this down into a more digestible chunk for you because I don't want like money to or having the whole thing just to be the one thing stopping you if it is something you want.
So what was that?
I was just saying, we will. I'll just quickly work something out. Okay.
Yep.
Now, if money really is like the only thing that's stopping you from being able to start, we are able to break that down into a more digestible number for you.
Yep.
So initially, you would be able to like put down 1,500.
Yeah. Thereabouts. I'd have, yeah.
Mm. And
Just for
from
the,
there on, that
hmm
obviously leaves you with a remainder of 7,500. So what we could do, if it took you 1 month to save up 1,500, we could do another 5 months at 1,500 if you could make that.
Yep. 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 I get what you're saying. But I mean, that's something you guys are willing to do. And I guess, is that the lowest that you guys are willing to do as well?
That is actually like our bare lowest. Now, the other
For
option
sure.
is if you feel like you may struggle trying to save that and it's a worry and it's on your mind, we don't want you to focus on that.
Mm.
We want you to focus on the learning side of things. So there are other options, and those options being going through to a lender. It's what I helped a guy, it's called Ryan. I literally walked him through like an application. He was eligible for a loan and he got access and started right away and he was able to pay it off like 400 per month over like, was it like, I'm not sure what the time was, but is
Okay.
that something that would be maybe more approachable for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I'll be open to it for sure.
Hmm. Okay, because obviously for everyone, they don't always have like access to like almost $10,000 to invest in themselves.
Yeah.
So it is actually what a lot of people do. It's something I myself done because people don't really come from the best of situations and they're trying to escape it or get out of it.
Yeah.
So I guess if you did want to pay it off at a much lower rate, going through a lender is going to be that suitable option. Now, the quickest way and like the highest approval rate is by going straight to your bank on like on your phone on the app and just applying for a loan that way to see if you're eligible.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Perfect.
also run you through an application online. Like I can share my screen for you if you'd be opposed to doing that. Let me know.
Okay. No, I'm happy to do it by the bank and see how that goes. And if not, we can do this other option.
Hmm. I mean, what bank is it that you're with?
I'm with NAB and I'm also with Commonwealth.
No, in Commonwealth. I think on the Commonwealth app you can apply for a loan on there. It takes like a few minutes. But do you think that
Yeah.
you would be eligible for something like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't see a reason why I wouldn't be.
Hmm.
I don't have debt or anything, so
Hmm.
well, that's a lie. I probably have like some car fines, parking fines, stuff like that, but nothing crazy. So I wouldn't say, yeah, I'm too sure. I actually don't know. I've never looked through this avenue or been in the bank for those reasons. So, but I wouldn't have
Yeah,
anything.
that's fair enough. And we do actually give like re reference letters of acceptance into the academy, so you can present it to
Mhm.
them and say like this is what the money is for, and it also helps with
For sure.
approvals.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that would take like a few days, and I mean, if you really wanted to get started today, we can do that. We could do the 1,500 as like an initial down payment, and that would be for the first month. Now, for the rest of that, I'll give you some time, and you can decide then whether you wanted to do like a financing option or if you wanted to do the 1,500 per month.
Yeah.
but it's up to you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, for me, I wouldn't be doing anything tonight for sure. I know that's um yeah, that's just not the way um I move. So it's just more knowing what I need to know. I don't want to be impulsive in terms of doing anything. But yeah, so in terms of starting something tonight, I would not be open to doing that.
Yeah.
But I would say in terms of just urgency, I would say I would say by tomorrow night, I'd have an answer for you, latest.
Mm. Okay. I mean, during that time, I guess obviously to show some commitment to this, if it really is something that you believe that you can achieve, and it is something that's going to work out for you and you want to do, we do accept
Mhm.
a minimum of a 10% deposit just to prove us that there is that commitment there.
No, man, I apologize, but I've had this done to me before in terms of having to do the investment thing, but you know, I no, that wouldn't be something I'd be willing to do. Like I said, the what I then the only thing that I will be doing tonight would just be I like to sleep on it, and then obviously tomorrow morning I have a bunch of sort of planning and thinking to do, and then I will have an answer by tomorrow night. But I know the investment thing and stuff like that, but no, I just wouldn't. I think it's more just in terms of um, yeah,
Hmm. So is it just sort
I
of
know,
something
but
you need to run the numbers through, or just think about how the training might work for you?
no, yeah, just run the numbers through. This is not the only thing that this is. I guess I'm just sort of gathering information. Like I said, I didn't know enough about what was happening. So I guess the way I look at it is for the purpose for me on these calls is to understand it a bit more. But I have a couple other things that I'm have to toss up between, you know. I'm also thinking about just life decisions. I'm, thinking about moving to Bali in the next couple months. So, and then potentially doing something else. So it's not just like I'm tossing up between not doing it and doing it. It's I'm just planning it. I'm planning it. But like I said, in terms of urgency, I will have a decision by tomorrow night. I have to.
Yeah. Yes, just out of interest, what are you kind of like shopping around to see what may work best for you?
Not really what works best for me. It's more, well, I guess, yeah, I guess it is what works best for me, but I have a business idea in my head that potentially I want to execute. So, and I've talked to a friend who does business and lives in Bali, and he was saying, if you come here, there's opportunities. So it's more, like I said, I'm really just getting the lay of the options I have now, and then,
Mm.
like I said, action is the main thing. So I have to make a decision by tomorrow night. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't say I'm shopping to find what's best for me. It's just, like I said, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And like obviously you wanted to start up your own thing. I remember you mentioning it. And
Yeah.
to run a business, do you say you are at a level where you could run a business? Or is there some sort, do you need training before you can do that?
I think yes and yes to both of those questions. I think yeah, you just have to start. But also what I was saying, if you start without training, then you just start doing unnecessary things. So if I can start doing something and have the training, that's perfect. That's an ideal situation. But it just depends what I want to do that for.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the business that you would do in Bali with the guy you know, what kind of business would that be?
Um, so it's either remote work with him, which is what he does. So he outsources remote works, essentially outsourcing 80% of the workload to someone. So he does that over a few different jobs. Or it's something that I want to do in terms of an agency and videography in sort of like the tattoo industry. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so it's just something I need to look into. I need to do my due diligences there as well in terms of
Mm.
calling tattoo artists and talking to them to see if this is actually viable. That's something that they would like to do. So,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
do
like
you,
I said,
do you think you'd be able to use these skills, like learn how to grow your personal brand, digital marketing, and sales, would actually benefit you for that?
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. The one I'll be honest with you, bro. I know um, there's just no way you're going to convince me to sign up tonight.
No, I
There's
just want to
there's
see
no
where
way.
you're. Yeah, I just want to genuinely see like where you are actually at and whether it is something that you are interested or not. Because if you're not, then that's absolutely fine. I could just part ways and I won't sort of follow you up or anything. But if
For
it
sure.
is, then we'll definitely stay in touch. But all it
Yeah,
is that I
yeah.
just never hear from people again. So
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. But like I said, I'll tomorrow night I'll definitely have an answer for you. And this does sound in terms of in my head, this is top two in terms of something I'd want to do. I actually had a call with a drop shipper on Friday as well, and I told them the same thing. I said I'll have an answer by Monday night for you. So, but in terms of top two, it'll be this or it'll either be the agency thing. But um and potentially moving to Bali. And like I said, it's the my basketball at the moment is something I need to solidify because I'm still talking with teams, and do you know what I mean? So
yeah, a lot going on.
just for my peace of mind, I just have a couple of things I need to work with. But like I said, I know action and having answers. I will have one by tomorrow night. Um, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, have you heard digital drop shipping?
What was that?
Have you heard like digital drop shipping?
I yes, yeah,
It's basically this. Like you are just selling other people's digital products, but you don't have to like obviously pay for any overheads and things like shipping and waiting and delays and customers and returns and all of the annoying things that come with drop shipping. They're kind of resolved by with the digital side of things.
yeah.
But just thought I'd throw that one in there for you. But no, mate, I completely see where you're coming from. I'm not after any deposit or anything. I want you to think about
Mhm.
this and actually weigh up what's right for you because you
Yeah.
know your situation way better than I do.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that because I was on the oh, this would have been like a year ago. Had a call and he was so persistent, and I was like, it's not a lack of like effort or laziness. It's just I just need to sort some things out. Life is not so straightforward. Like at that time, I had family and stuff that needed financial help, so I was like, bro, I actually just can't do it. And he was like, man. So I appreciate you just being understanding.
That's all right. That's just lack of being like pushy. I'm not pushing you to do anything. This call is all about you and figuring out what is good for you. And like I said, if
Yeah.
it's not for you, I'm still going to point you in the right direction.
Yeah. No, thank you, bro. And I think it leads back to what I was saying in terms of like my moral compass, you know?
Hmm.
Like me seeing you just being understanding is like, okay, cool. That's something I do want to be a part of.
Hmm. Oh, it's
But I know
good to
that's
know
weird.
that.
That's the way. Yeah. Yeah,
But
no, that's I was like it's just the way that I guide my life.
yeah, me too. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just sort of weigh things out. And I'm being honest, before I like ABC taught me, I did just I didn't start right away. I waited a few months after my first call.
Okay. Yeah.
So like it's still going to be there for you if you really are interested. But I want you
Thank you,
to
bro.
have a good night's sleep, think about it, weigh up your options,
Yeah.
and yeah, just let me know. We'll go from there.
Legend. Legend. I'll definitely do so. And I can message you the same number, right? On the
Yeah, just message that number. If you wanted to like reschedule a call just to talk about things on there, cover some things, I will be busy for the whole of this week, pretty much up until around about Thursday. I'm flying to Thailand.
Nice. Do you want to, how about if you don't mind, Thursday, how does your schedule look? Because I would say I'd like to probably book another call with you
So
just to have a quick chat.
Thursday, I've blocked it all out because my calendar was getting full. So I've pretty much got availability all day then. Let me know a time that suits you, and I'll tell you whether it's good or bad.
Okay. Okay. Beauty. No, I'll do that. I'll keep you updated anyways by tomorrow night. But if not, I'd like to jump on a call because I'm sure I have questions in my head about a few more things just to be a bit more clear.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
was good to talk to you, man. And hopefully that sort of put a bit of a perspective on things and opens up a few things for you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I think yeah, yeah. No, leave it with me. Leave it with me. I think the impression that I get already just makes me feel like it makes sense for me to do this. But like I said, I'm not impulsive, so yeah, I'll sleep on it and I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, sure. Don't do it. Don't make an impulsive decision. Not good.
Yeah,
All right, man. It was good to
beauty.
talk to you. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Lewis. I appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Bye. See
Bye.
ya.